Oh, it's funny you mentioned Anson Winder.
Jump the
because
guess.
here he is, Anson.
Anson, what's up?
Wait, what?
I'm here.
This is live. This is live. Are you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Okay, you've been here this morning doing some stuff, some promo
Across
stuff.
the hall, Studio A.
Walk us through
photos
your
and video.
activities.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are your
What's going
activities
on?
this morning?
A lot of close-up face shots.
Ooh, nice.
We've been doing a little bit of dunking, a little bit of ball handling. Just kind of hanging out, really, just seeing all the guys. You know, the freshmen, they haven't been through this before, so they're kind of going through the swing of things of, you know, interviews and pictures and things like that. So it's cool to see. You know, I was at freshman a while ago, and, you know, it's cool to see them kind of step into that new role.
Fifth-year senior. I remember when you were just a little red shirt in your shirt and tie on the bench for Jimmer's senior year, and now you're a fifth-year senior. What kind of difference do you feel from then to now?
That's funny you ask, because I've thought about that before, and, you know, I've tried so hard every year to kind of emulate, you know, what that team has done. And, you know, you don't really feel that way until you get to be a senior and you're in those shoes, and then finally you can kind of take over that leadership role and hopefully lead your team the way Jimmer and Jackson and Logan kind of led their team that year. So, you know, it's big shoes to fill, but I hope we can definitely do that this year.
You're a busy guy with school and basketball, obviously, and also being at as many home volleyball games as you can to support Alexa Gray.
Yeah, Alexa Gray is killing it right now. She's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, she's doing really well right now.
How do you manage your time between school and everything that's going on?
Yeah, I have to sit down and really plan my day, or plan the week, really. You know, yeah, like you said, there's so much going on with school, basketball, and I got to get to, you know, a couple volleyball games every now and then. So just prioritizing, really, and just, you know, making sure you have everything in order.
But this is going to be the best year of your life. It's your senior year of college. It's going to be fantastic.
Senior year basketball last year. It's exciting, a little bit surreal. You know, it's starting to dawn on me a little bit, but extremely excited.
If you want to cry, feel free. It's fine. Just do it. This is the place.
Let the
to do
emotions
that.
flow.
You mentioned school. You graduated with your undergrad in April. So what are you up to now?
So, yeah, I finished the undergrad last April, applied for a master's program in public administration and got into that. So I'm in a full load right now doing that public administration.
Why?
So.
Wow. Why do you do this to yourself?
It's funny because as a kid, that was always the goal. My sister, she got her master's in UNLV, and, you know, I have aunts and uncles who have all had graduate degrees. So it was kind of the goal from the beginning is to, I don't know if I'd actually have a chance to do it while playing basketball, but I just knew one day I'd want to go back and do a graduate degree. So to be able to do it now is exciting.
What do you want to do with it?
Hopefully, I want to get into healthcare. You know, I'm a big fan of healthcare, and I love helping people. I didn't want to go the physician route, but I thought with administration that'd be the next best thing. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that.
You're not listed as a point guard option anymore, even though you did that in high school and you certainly are capable of doing that. What is your role on the BYU basketball team this year?
I think it kind of resembles what I did last year. I'm a spark, you know, either starting or off the bench, come in and kind of hold down the fort for the defensive end, kind of get the guys going energy-wise, and just bring whatever intensity I can to get the guys going and hopefully get a win. You know, I think what we lacked a little bit last year was a leadership because we didn't have any seniors. And I think what we've been stressing a lot this year is to, you know, bring that leadership with the five of us and just kind of lead our guys. You know, we have a lot of young guys and a lot of veterans. And I think that's a good combination, especially with the amount of guys that we have and the schedule we have set to play. It's gonna take a lot from our leaders to get the guys going every day, you know, in practice and in games.
Dave Rose led squads get buckets. Top 10 offense. You guys are fantastic at scoring the basketball. The big question mark last year was, you know, and you guys have talked about it a lot, defense. How do we get better defensively? Who's the defensive stopper on this team?
I'd like to think that I am the defensive stopper on the team. I think I personally take a lot of responsibility in stopping my man and anchoring the defense. But we have a lot of guys this year that can really play defense. Frank Bartley, Kyle Consworth, Chase Fisher, they all are defensive guys. Skylar Hoffer. I mean, everyone has that defensive mindset coming into this year, and I think it's a different mentality, knowing that we didn't play so well last year on the defensive end. It's eagerness to, you know, play a lot better this year.
It helps when you add shot blockers as well. Isaac Nielsen, Corbin Kafusi, and those guys.
Yeah, I was telling the guys earlier, I think this is probably one of the biggest teams that I've played on since I've been at BYU. We have, countless numbers of 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and
Unlike last year.
Unlike last year, and these guys they're active, they're athletic, they're shot blockers and defenders, and it's active, and it's nice to have that group of bigs that you can rotate in and out and have a presence down low.
I'm guessing it takes some serious swagger to be the lockdown guy. Do you like the challenge of knowing that, hey, I'm probably going to have to guard their best scorer on any given night?
Yeah, I love that. I embrace the challenge. It's nice every day in practice because you get to go against, a Tyler Haws or a Chase Fisher who are, high volume scorers. And, look at Tyler, and he's one of the, best scorers in the country. And, that kind of prepares me for the games that are, the upcoming games, because I don't think most of these players aren't as good as, the type of offensive player that Tyler is. So to be able to go against them every day kind of prepares me for, the things that come. And I embrace the role, and I look forward to, coming in every game and giving it my all on the defensive end.
Chase prepares you for the trash talk that you will also be up against this year.
Yeah, the excessiveness, yeah, for sure. You definitely will get trash talk and a good offensive performance from him. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, and a little frustrating at times, but it's good to have that competition.
Does Chase play defense as well?
Yes, he does. He's I
was interested in your answer there.
Yeah, because even if you ask him, he was kind of labeled as a non-defensive guy at Wake, and to come here and kind of start fresh and clean slate. I mean, he knows he can play defense, and now it's just embracing the role and doing it every day. And he's been working on it all last year, and I know he's working on it this year. So I mean, I'm sure he's excited to fill those shoes.
That was an opportunity to trash talk him. You didn't take it, which is fine, but it was there.
You've taken the high road.
Taking the high road's always good.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, I can't bash him on national TV.
You'll bash him in private.
Even though he's going to do it to you like 20 minutes later.
I know
probably.
he will, and I'm going to regret it. I'm going to say, man, I should have said it when I had the chance, man.
Anson Winder with us, BYU Basketball Media Day on BYU Sports Nation. Send in your questions to Anson or any of the BYU basketball players using the hashtag BYUSN. There are a ton of guys on this team. We talked to Tyler Haws earlier. He said depth. Guys want to compete. They're going all out. How is it a good thing to have a ton of guys in practice?
Well, I look back at the years prior, and there's been days where guys are hurt or sick, and we only have 8 people in practice. We have to bring in managers to practice, and it's like, man, this is stressful going 2 hours with just these 8 guys, and you have to go into a game with just 8 players, and it's tough. And you get into a situation like this where you have 18, and now you have to compete. That sense of urgency isn't always there when you just have 8 guys, because hey, look, I have to play. There's only 8, but now that you have 18, that competitiveness is there, and you have to bring your all every day, or the next guy's going to come in, and that's just the depth that we have, and with the experience and new roles, it's going to make for a good competition.
I love the schedule, especially some December home games, notably Utah, UMass, Stanford, Gonzaga, Maui, Utah State. You got some good ones in there. What ones stick out to you as ones that you are especially excited about? Besides Arkansas Little Rock.
Besides Arkansas Little Rock, definitely Stanford and UMass, and of course Maui Invitational. It's such a big tournament. I mean, I've grown up watching it. You see all the big names go there, like Duke and North Carolina, Georgetown. Everyone goes there, and to be able to play games in that environment in such a big stage, it's going to prove to really help us, especially with San Diego State and, with Pitt and Arizona, all these big name teams in the tournament. If we can get some wins there, and, that can only help our schedule and help our experience and going throughout the year, especially when we prepare for conference.
Dave Rose does not shy away from playing the big boys, if you will. He's made it a part of his regime as the coach at BYU to go out and play people. You look at December's home schedule.
But now they're in Provo.
Utah and UMass, Stanford, and then Gonzaga to open up West Coast Conference play. Have you ever seen a home schedule this loaded in your time here at BYU?
No, I haven't. From my freshman year on, we've been on the road playing these big name teams because, sometimes it's hard to get them to come to the Marriott. So to have a lot of these home games, it's exciting because I know for a lot of these away games we went to last year, it was a good test for us. To have them coming back here, it'll be good for our guys to get that home environment behind us, that 6th man, and just build from that. You can't really I guess you can't really go against playing on the road, but you equalize it by playing at home, and that can only help your team.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun December, that's for sure. Who's going to be the surprise player of the year, where fans maybe don't know about them right now? A lot of newcomers. Who's going to be a guy or two that's like, hey, watch for this guy?
I mean, there's so many. There's quite a few. There's Corbin Kafusi, big man in the middle. He's very active. There's Jake Toulson, a really great outside shooter. Guys know about Chase, but Chase is, offensive threat. Dalton Nixon, not too many guys talk about him, and he's been working hard on his game all summer and all spring, and he's going to be prepared. And I mean, just a bunch of names like that. Isaac Nielsen, another guy. He came back from his mission. He's redshirted and used the summer to kind of get ready for the year. All these guys are, they're eager and they're excited to get out and compete and play on this college level.
Boom Shakalaka coming up on October 17th. We previewed that as we started the second hour of BYU Sports Nation. What are you guaranteeing that will happen in Boom Shakalaka this year from Anson Winder?
Guaranteeing. I'd like to guarantee that I could at least win the skills contest or the three-point contest, but you never know. Last year I thought I had it in the bag too, but didn't quite get it done. So hopefully that's the goal this year, is to win one of those events, and it'll make for a good time. Last year it was packed.
That was fun.
It was so much fun. The atmosphere was unreal, and everything we did was just exciting and fun. You get to see the guys compete and bring the crowd into it, and just have you guys there. It just makes for a good time, and I really enjoyed it last year.
Thanks for that little plug for us. We appreciate that a lot. That's well played. That's a veteran. Fifth-year senior.
That is a senior move
Yeah.
right there. Yep. What's one question you want us to ask Chase Fisher? Anything.
Ask Chase Fisher. Ask him if he's making any gains lately, and who his best roommate is.
Any gains?
Yeah, like weight gains.
Okay.
He's always talking about muscle
Weight.
mass and gaining
Are you-
weight.
are you
Excellent.
okay.
So ask him if he's making any
I'm
gains.
writing these down right now. Anson, thanks for joining us. Great to have you on BYU Basketball Media Day.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate it.